Number 5. Double or Nothing 2019. This was the inaugural pay-per-view for All Elite Wrestling, and it featured one of my favorite matches between Cody Rhodes and Dustin Rhodes. This match told a great story and it was filled with a ton of emotion. This show also featured the Young Bucks versus the Lucha Brothers. This feud would continue going on and would conclude at another pay-per-view that is on this list. Number 4. Double or Nothing 2020. This was the first pay-per-view of the pandemic era for All Elite Wrestling, and they still delivered us a very strong and solid show from top to bottom. It also featured one of the most rewatchable matches of all time with the Stadium Stampede between the Elite and the Inner Circle. Number 3. Double or Nothing 2021. It was the in-ring return of the icon Sting as he teamed up with Darby Allin to take on Ethan Page and Scorpio Sky, and we also got to get the second Stadium Stampede match, but this time around it was the Inner Circle versus the Pinnacle. Number 2. Revolution 2020. This was the last pay-per-view before the pandemic era, and it was stacked from top to bottom. We had great moments such as MJF getting a victory over Cody Rhodes and Jon Moxley becoming the new AEW World Heavyweight Champion. It also featured one of the greatest tag matches of 2020 with the Young Bucks facing off against Kenny Omega and Hangman Page. Number 1, All Out 2021, and what an event it was. We got the debut of both Adam Cole and Bryan Daniels. We also got the in-ring return of CM Punk as he faced off against Darby Allin. This event alone changed the landscape of professional wrestling today. Those are my top 5 favorite AEW pay-per-views to date. Let me know what you guys think and comment below. Tell me if you agree or if you disagree. I'm Justin, the Wrestling Classic with THS Wrestling, and keep doing the thing.
What up, what up? This is the man of the hour, Leo Rush, and you are watching THS Wrestling.
What's going on, everybody? Welcome to THS Wrestling Presents That Wrestling Show. Hope everybody had a good weekend. Currently, I have a dog licking my arm. There's a whole lot of stuff going on over here. It's pandemonium. Matthew, how's it going? Hope you're doing well. Guys, we got a lot to talk about today. WWE, NXT 2.0, Pro Wrestling Noah, New Japan Pro Wrestling. Oh my goodness, we have so much to talk about. And I'm pretty sure Neeson is not a Rams fan. Sorry,
well, look, I am a LA homer, so I do root for every real LA team. So you know that means the Rams, the Dodgers, the Lakers, the Kings. You know, that's about it.
Galaxy.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know, man.
Can we go to a soccer game?
I'm down to go. I think I'm more of a FC LA fan.
Dude, I love their hats, their logos.
Yeah, I think I'm more of an FC LA fan because just I don't know, the Galaxy was like they were really big when I was growing up.
Yeah.
And everybody was on it, they just kept winning. And I was just like I don't know, I couldn't get behind them. But Black and Gold, you know my fixation and love for Black and Gold. FCLA, I think, is my team.
Fantastic. Awesome. Well, my name is John. This is Neeson. Neeson, how are you? Tell the people how you are.
I am alive, I think, sometimes maybe. But I am glad to be back in the warm state of California and our warm country of the United States.
Yeah.
Spent the week in Paris, and I'm just now getting my feet back, getting my LA-ness back, honestly. How are you, Pingle? How are you?
You know, I'm can you give me sorry guys, give me 1 second.
I want to talk to Matthew about this. Yeah, Angels are not an LA team in my eyes and a lot of people's eyes because they're an Anaheim team and they even wanted to stay in that. It's a long story, but yes, the Angels do not count as a team. Josh 647, hey bro, my friend is very sick right now and I'm trying to surprise him. Can you please use your creator code? I don't know what that is. Oh my god.
What did you ask me?
Oh my god.
What did you ask me?
How are you doing? How are you doing, Pingle? How are you doing? Let's effing go Mets.
I'm doing pretty damn good. I just watched Steven Matz's agent embarrass the owner of the New York Mets. And you know what he said? You know what? I'm just going to go spend millions and remake my team. You don't embarrass me. Max Scherzer, Starling Marte, Mark Canna.
I just feel like the
Escobar season has returned.
The Dodgers got raided. I feel like,
oh boy, listen, I wasn't going to say anything.
They just got raided. Like it was just a raid on the LA Dodgers.
So I'm doing pretty good. And the Jets won.
The Jets won. The Knicks just lost, but they won before that. That was amazing Knicks versus Net game. And the other New York team won. I forgot. They lost.
Well, the Giants won.
And the Giants won. That's right.
The Seahawks lost, which means right now I got back-to-back picks in the 2022 draft up in the top 10, baby. Let's go.
Are you a Giants fan?
What?
Are you a Giants fan?
No. Jets. Jets have back.
Oh, yeah, Jets. Okay, yeah. Let's go, baby. Yeah, let's look at that.
Bing Rangers. Bing bong.
All of New York. I told you, the Knicks are my one of my favorite teams to watch. We're not going to talk about my Lakers. Yeah. Do we have a Death Wish toffee to talk about?
I'm sorry.
I said, do we have to mention Death Wish coffee anymore? Just because I don't want to talk about my Lakers.
Oh, I mean, if you go to deathwishcoffee.com, strongest coffee in this known universe, maybe the multiverse, we're not sure, and use the promo code #show. I believe it's I want to say 10% off at checkout. Could be 15. I don't know. Go there. Get the coffee. It's fantastic.
Just go get your caffeinated crack and be happy.
Go get it. It's amazing, guys. It's great. They make toffee. They might. I don't know.
I said coffee. I didn't say toffee. But man, what a time it is to be wrestling fans coming off.
Thank you for going along with my bit, by the way.
Oh, no problem. I'm excited about. Look, I'm really excited for you, by the way. And not to derive a little bit from wrestling, but I watch Pingle's Twitter, and my favorite thing is to see him react to things that happen with the Mets. And he goes either full, the sky is falling, or full hell of glory, we're dancing under the sunlight, bathed by the Lord Mets ball, whatever that mascot is called himself. And it's the most amazing thing. It's the most amazing time to watch. So I am all for you. I'm excited for you. I'm happy for you. And let's go Mets. I'll just never play you in an MLB The Show ever again.
I got Scherzer and DeGrom back to back. Let's go.
But speaking of which, like I said, it is a time. It's a great time. We are now entering what season, guys? Not only baseball free agent season that may go into a strike very, very soon. We'll talk about that on another podcast. Yeah. But it is also the kickoff, the official kickoff to WrestleMania season. That's right. It is WrestleMania season. That means in less than 4 months, guys? 4 months, maybe, or something like that. That WrestleMania 2-night event, 85,000 people one night, 85,000 people another night, down in Dallas, Texas. We may be at one, we may be at both, we may be outside triple mass because the Omarion variant is striking very hard. We don't know, but one thing we do know.
I love Omarion's first album, to be honest with you.
Touch. But one thing we do know, not only that the Omarion variant is chasing us down, trying to touch us, but we do know that we are on the road to WrestleMania, which means Survivor Series has just came and went, and the shows from the fallout from Survivor Series have came and went, and we are now here. And with that, everybody should be tuning into WWE. Because storylines should be grabbing you. The things they're telling, they're setting up things for Mania, setting up things for Rumble, setting up things for Elimination Chamber. We don't have a TLC this year, but it's not grabbing everybody. And one person that is not grabbing is my main man, sitting right to the right of me, to the right of me, Mr. John Pingle. And I wanted to ask you, man, why is WrestleMania season not grabbing you this year to where you have not watched WWE programming lately, and especially Survivor Series, the one show where brands could fight for brand supremacy?
Yeah, I mean, I've got a lot of thoughts. Thomas, hello. And yeah, we do have the day one event on January 1st. And then I guess also it is Royal Rumble season as well. And I love the Royal Rumble. Royal Rumble is always great. But I don't know, man. So last week, we did the preview show like a week and a half ago. We did the preview show. We talked about the matches, who we thought would win, all that stuff. And then I went, oh yeah, I have tickets to PWG that night, so I can't watch Survivor Series live. And then Survivor Series came and went, and I was reading comments about it, and people were talking about like Pizza Hut, and there was a battle royal for the anniversary of The Rock, and The Rock didn't show up, and I was just like, I don't care. Like, I don't care. Like, usually when I miss a WWE like pay-per-view, I go back and I'll watch it.
Yeah.
Not just so I know what's going on, but so we can speak to it more fully on the show.
Right.
And as of this moment, I still have not watched 1 second of Survivor Series, and I feel like I'm okay with that. I feel like I heard the Becky Charlotte match was very good. I heard that. Other than that, I just kind of was like, I don't know what it is. And I joke, you don't have to watch, no one's forcing you to watch Monday Night Raw, and this isn't supposed to be like a thing where it's like I'm not angry about it. Like, why am I not watching it? I don't know. I'm very indifferent to watching it. And I mean, I don't want to sound too pro AEW, but I watch Dynamite every week, and then I watch Rampage when I can. But if I miss Rampage, it's not like I don't feel like it's that huge of a deal. But if I miss Dynamite, I'm like, oh boy, I'm missing something. Like, I'm missing a good show. So I don't know what it is, because I know there is stuff on WWE that I do like. There are wrestlers that I like. And it's also like I feel like some of the releases kind of rubbed me the wrong way, and it just like some of them just don't make any sense. And it feels like some people, there's some people where it's like, well, I guess they gave them a shot.
Yeah.
And then there's other people where it's like they literally just signed them like a month and a half ago, and now they're gone. Like, they moved their entire life. I'm not really sure where I am with WWE. Like, I'm not gonna tell people seriously to stop watching it, because you're gonna watch what you like, and if you like WWE, that's fine. Like, I have no ill will towards anyone that enjoys the world wrestling entertainment. But I don't know. I'm just feeling like very bleh about it. And then also on the other side of that, NXT 2.0 is doing war games, and I don't care at all. It just feels like, and correct me if I'm wrong, because I could be wrong, because as we've already stated, I'm not watching closely. It just felt like 4 random people came out of the newer breed, the 2.0 breed, came out to face the older NXT guys, which for some reason includes LA Knight. Like, he's been there for a long time. And one of them just looked at the other two and went, "War games," and they all jumped in the ring. Is that what happened?
So here's the thing. With NXT, if you've watched this show for quite a while, you know my love and the cherish and the thoughts of the good old black and gold brand NXT. And I've been very reluctant to adapt this paint by numbers brand of NXT 2.0. But it's about adapting to changes, and it's about why be so upset. I do love sports entertainment, and I do love pro wrestling. So why just shut it off because I'm upset because things have changed? If one constant thing in life, it is change. And so I made an attempt, which I didn't watch the week they did the War Games thing, but I have made an attempt to like start rewatching it again. And I caught it today. And I caught the promo. So it's NXT 2.0 versus NXT or old NXT, whatever they're calling them. One, I think it's a great idea for War Games to be NXT new school versus old school.
I agree.
I think that's a great setup too. I think the people that they actually have in it are the people that should be in it. Besides LA Knight, I think you switch that out with Cameron Grimes, and I get to Cameron Grimes in a minute and like how he cut his beard and now he's in a hair versus hair match. Very scared. But you have Braun Breaker, you got Carmelo Hayes, you have Van Wagner, not Van Wagner, the Australian guy, Australian Pat McAfee. I forget his name. That guy.
Oh, the guy that was supposed to be like Pat McAfee's dude, and then he hurt himself.
No,
that guy's on.
That guy's on SmackDown. I'm talking about the guy. He's somebody's gonna say it in the comments, and I can't remember his name. Grayson Waller. Yeah, him.
And
then Tony. I think those are the perfect 4 people that should be on NXT 2.0 because one, Braun Breaker is Braun Breaker is probably not going to last in 2.0 that much longer.
No, he's getting called up. He'll be in the Rumble for sure.
And the way he's able to talk on the mic, the way he's able to command a crowd, his ring presence, all of that is there. He's that guy naturally. Carmelo Hayes and Trick, stay down there, please. But I think it's the perfect because when you look across, you got Tommaso Ciampa, you got Johnny Wrestling. That may be a swan song on the way out. You got Pete Dunne that's just signed a new contract, and then you got LA Knight, which is really crazy to me. But it feels like okay, they're really trying to make this thing work. They're giving MSK a whole new. They're not revamping them, but they're now showing their pure comedic side, and they have this whole skit of finding a shaman, which I think is really great.
I've seen clips of that.
Yeah, and then they reveal the shaman next week. Shout out to Toxic Attraction having a fire new merch, by the way. I'll look that up. They opened the show with Dakota Kai versus Kylie Ray in a ladder match to determine who gets the advantage in their NXT War Games match. That to me was like, yo, this is okay. This is fire. Like this is a fire match. So there are promises to it, but this is the thing. I think all of those women that's in that War Games match should be on the main roster. Every single one of them. Not like every single one. But the shaman has to be RVD. I think so.
That would be funny.
I think the shaman is RVD as well, man. And if it is, that's incredible. But you talk about Mania, you talk about NXT. We got Big E as champion. We got Roman Reigns, doing the best work of his career and arguably best character work of our generation. You got Seth Rollins hitting on all pins and needles. You got Edge coming back. You have possibly Goldberg coming back to face Big E. You have all these people coming back. What is it going to take to pull you back into WrestleMania season?
Not Bill Goldberg.
Come on. I wouldn't expect that.
Listen, the only reason I am excited for that is because it's, Big E wants that.
Exactly.
That's all I care about.
Facts.
That's cool.
Oh, King Woods. I'm sorry. We got King Woods. And that's been doing its thing. Like, I think Sasha's been working on a high level of making players and Liv Morgan. They're giving us what we want, but people aren't watching. So I'm really trying to figure
I
out
don't.
what is it, because even the crowd at Long Island was not hot on Monday at all, and it was a pretty good. It was a pretty good Raw.
And that's even for hold on a second.
And that's even it was a pretty good Raw. Like if you watch Raw, let me know, or even if you saw clips. But we had an amazing to me battle, 2 promos with the men and the women to set up. We had Miz versus Edge, and then we had Liv Morgan and Becky. And yeah, people saying that Becky used a cheap shot, right? Or Liv used like, yo, you're the reason all my friends are not here anymore. Look, guys, I just think I really want to know what you guys think of how we get back to watching Raw, SmackDown, doing WrestleMania season, because we just at the end of Raw in a dark match, we had an amazing moment, and it was just simple, and it blew up the internet. We had a stare down between Roman Reigns and Seth Rollins.
And that's exciting to me. I think that's fun. I think the bringing those two back together I almost feel like we're talking about WrestleMania 2.
19.
I feel like that's a Royal Rumble match.
Yeah, like I don't think it should be a WrestleMania, and I don't think he's on Raw now. So like, does Seth win the Royal Rumble again?
See, that's one way you could do it. Either way, it is very interesting that they did do that, because it's not like, this isn't like old school house show stuff, like, or old school like after, where we just read about it.
Mm-hmm.
Like, we have photos of it. We have high res photos of it.
High res.
So obviously, we're going to be doing something with it. What that is, I don't know. It's fun though. I think Roman is at the top of his game, and I think Seth is also at the top of his game, having the time of his life.
Yeah.
I just wonder. Matthew says it should be the main event of WrestleMania. I'd be fine with that.
I wouldn't be.
You would not?
Who's turning heel?
Or
who's turning face?
That's my one question. I was gonna get to, like, who, like, that. This is all great. This is fun, but who's the heel, and who's the face?
Exactly.
Like, how do you do that? Like, who is it Seth? Is Seth the one that, like, still acts like this, but is more like, Roman, these people hate you? I don't know what he has to do. Do you think it's Seth?
No. I mean, it can't be Seth. Like, Seth can't turn face. That's been the thing, right? Like, Seth can't turn face. Like,
that's been my thing.
Nobody wants that.
No.
But they have been keeping him strong. But on the opposite side with WrestleMania, now I think as Undertaker was once deemed a go-to for WrestleMania, now we have Adam Copeland himself. Edge is deemed a WrestleMania staple as well. And not only did he mention, he dropped a couple names like AJ Styles, like Finn Balor, like Big E, Roman Reigns, Seth Rollins. He also didn't mention one person's name, and they came out and confronted him alongside his beautiful, beautiful wife to say she's back as well. The Miz is back on Monday Night Raw about a week after Morrison is fired.
Yeah, and cuts a promo, a little shoot week action in there. Every week is shoot week, but Edge basically says, you left and your friend got fired. How do we feel about that?
I feel fine. The friend is, one, it's television. 2, the friend is still getting paid for 90 days. 3, the friend is going to be fine. Like, and they made a lot of money during that time. And I don't like counting people's pockets, but it's like, you got paid for doing your job and you're getting your 90 days. I have no issues and no qualms with it. Now I think there's some truth to that, right? Like, I think there is some, like, yo, you went off to do this and you left John Morrison with nothing to do and to just like doggy
Hang
paddle
out.
to try to stay afloat.
Yeah.
When he came back to be paired up with you, right? So there is some truth to that. So you have to call that out.
And
I
then
think
his wife followed him to be there. And
exactly.
then, yeah.
There's a lot of truth to it. So I mean, that's what's like, I didn't mind it. I don't think it was something that was just like unnecessary.
Right.
I honestly think they left a lot of meat on the bones, because as Ed said that, Miz could have been like, yeah, but you were here with your friend and you couldn't get him a job. He had to go somewhere else.
Yeah.
You know, there's so much meat that was left on the bone, but I loved it. I loved it.
I also loved the Liv line where she says, my friends aren't here because of your big contract.
Right. Because of her.
I love that too. I think that's great.
This is, I mean, as wrestling fans, I think this is what we want. I believe we talked about it a little bit last time I was on, where it's like, we want you to blend the lines of we want you to talk about what we're all talking about online. There's no more such thing as just internet wrestling fans.
Yeah.
Like, every wrestling fan is an internet fan, especially when you're announcing things, when you're announcing fucking Survivor Series online.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think that's, to me, going from that, and then in parallel with this CM Punk MJF, it was just parallel night and day to that.
So yeah, I wanted to talk about this because, and I want the chat to get involved here. I guess my first question is, did you think the CM Punk MJF promo went too long? Personally, I did not. I loved every minute of it. I thought it was great. I saw a bunch of people online saying this is going too long. This feels a little too WWE-ish. But I personally really liked it. I thought it was a lot of fun. I thought both people had very good points. There were a couple of times throughout it where too long for a 2-hour show. That's what Matthew says. And you know what? I will agree with that, because I feel like the promo went almost 20 minutes. Then we had commercial break. Then we had CM Punk versus QT Marshall. Ken makes the good point. No, definitely didn't go too long. Less time watching Punk beat QT. Fair enough. But I thought both strong promos. I thought that there were a couple of lines that got me real bad. The Miz line got me really bad. MJF, there were a couple of lines that he had. It was just very good banter back and forth. And I guess another question I have for the chat is this too soon? Is it too soon for Punk MJF? I don't know yet, because I feel like if anyone's going to beat CM Punk first, it would be MJF. And I do also love that they brought up the fact that CM Punk would never mention MJF in promos, or not promos, when he was being interviewed about coming to AEW and who was he excited to face. And he used that in the promo. And I thought that was really cool. Personally, I think the longest a promo in a 2-hour show should go is about 5 to 7 minutes. Yeah, I think so. I think that makes a lot of sense. But I feel like when they're out there, who knows? Because they could have been like, all right, you guys got 7 minutes and you got to say everything you say, but you get out there, you got the fans chanting, you've got the fans interrupting, you've got, you pause for dramatic effect, all that stuff. And I agree. Punk does need to get out of this happy to be here phase. I am 100% behind that. I think that's the way they have to go, because the happy to be here Punk, I think, but also I think he mentioned it when he faced Eddie Kingston. Like when he beat Eddie Kingston, there was a backstage interview where he said, "I'm feeling it now. I'm back." So that I think the honeymoon happy to be here Punk is gone, and it's good, like especially with MJF bringing it to him like that and them going back and forth. Great stuff. Really, really loved it. I'm excited for it. Neeson, how did you feel about it?
I thought the promo, I thought it was, I mean, honestly, I thought it was good.
Too long?
And I was, what?
Did you think it was too long?
Yes. I thought it was too long, but then I tend to think like, okay, why do I think this is too long? And then like a Edge and Miz is not too long, right? But I think it was for the fact that wasn't CM Punk in his wrestling attire?
Yes, he was. He wrestled QT Marshall after that.
Right. That was the thing that messed me up, because why am I sitting here watching this guy talk this much in wrestling clothes? Like, and that's what came to my mind, and I was like, yo, like this is taking way too long. If he's going to wrestle and not have it be MJF, right? So, but as far as like the back and forth, I thought it was great. I thought MJF got the better of him. I thought the Miz line was great, but just the fact it's something about like MJF would say something, and I'm like, oh, what you gonna say back, Punk? And it's just not there. And I'm just like, oh.
The My Jealous Fan thing was funny. I loved that.
Yeah, the jealous hanging. Yeah, you're just a jealous fan. And I was like, oh, okay, like that's cool. I don't know, man. I think MJF, like I've been saying, MJF and I was talking to our boy Parker this Friday. I went to his birthday thing. And
happy belated birthday to Johnny P 313.
Johnny P,
good brother.
Good brother. But I was telling him that I've been saying for the longest that MJF and Ricky Starks are, to me, the prototypical WWE wrestlers. Like they would be beyond stars in wrestling in WWE if they were to go. And on that mic, they can't be touched. And one thing you did see is on that mic in that ring, it was two dudes that are very, very lethal. Yes. One came from WWE, the other one, just imagine if MJF went through that system.
Well, we'll see. He keeps teasing it. I don't think he's gonna actually
Nah, he's the perfect heel, man. He knows if he keeps talking about it, then the AEW fans are gonna keep booing him, and that's exactly what he wants. Exactly.
So,
yeah.
Trying to think if there's anything else before we move on to me gushing about a thing that was announced last week.
We could talk about. I mean, look, it is clear as day that it's gonna be Adam Cole versus Omega when Omega comes back. It's gonna be clear as day that it's gonna be an inner elite inside the elite, and Adam Cole is gonna be the leader. And we could talk about the internet being upset at Adam Cole's position when Adam Cole is having a grand old time of his life and still being pushed to the moon because that boy is over and over. So I say we can talk, but we don't have to talk about that. That's all we have to say is that is Adam Cole, baby. You know, that's it. I wasn't even on when we talked about when they did that's disputed.
Yes. Dude, that I love, like he goes to throw it up and he's like, "Oh, I can't do that." So we are on a collision course, and we talk about war games. I'm looking at Kyle O'Reilly teaming with Von Wagner.
Don't get me started.
Okay, Well, Red Dragon's going to look real great in AEW. You know what? This is actually one thing that is kind of breaking news, and I know we're going to talk about it anyways. Did you see this?
Yes, I did. I actually liked it on Twitter. Look, I really like Big Swole as a wrestler. I think she's a damn good wrestler. I think that she even has a pretty fantastic character. I think she's a great package. I also think that the name Swole as your name is not a wrestling name. It should definitely be a moniker. Yes, we know you're Swole. That's great, but give me a name and have that be your moniker. Blank, Swole blank, or Swole blank blank, or blank blank Swole. Give me something like that. That is my concern. I don't want it to seem like I do not like Swole, because I actually do, and I'm a fan. I just hate the name.
Her real name is Ariel Hull. And she used to go by Ariel Monroe. Just be Big Swole Ariel Monroe, right?
I was just art. Big Swole Mole, like whatever. Like, give me something more. Just don't give me Swole. And then your song is Swole. Swole.
The pups aren't having it right now. I'm by myself with them, and they're just not having a good time. Here's Camilla for everyone who hasn't seen Camilla in months.
Camilla.
She's gigantic. It's okay, baby. You're okay. She's trying to jump up. Okay, all right. I'm trying to talk about professional wrestling right now.
Well, let's. She just wants you to talk about the thing you're excited for, which is. See? Oh, this is adorable. Oh, this is just adorable. We're just gonna watch. Look at Camilla. Get the love.
It's okay. I'm almost done. Okay,
guys, we're just gonna watch. Not gonna lie, she's hot. No, I mean, yeah, bro. Like, she's beautiful. She is beautiful. I love it. And I hope Swole is okay as well. I think one thing, because I did read what she said, and she was like, she's been doing some shadow work. And guys, if you don't know what shadow work is basically diving deep within yourself to pull out the dark side. They call it like the dark side of yourself, but the things that unconsciously make you who you are, and the things that you may have repressed, and all those things. She's been doing that and going through the ups and downs of that. And once you do that, it's very traumatic, and you're going to need your time to rehabilitate and to recalculate, and you're going to need support, and you probably can't put your career first at that moment in time. So kudos to her for acknowledging that, and to continue diving in that, because it's a brave thing to do. A lot of us don't want to face our quote unquote darker sides to be our better selves, and she's doing it. So I just want to take time out to say that's dope for her. I definitely hope she's okay. Congratulations for taking your time. She's fucking dope for that. And she's a fucking dope professional wrestler. And I can't wait till she comes back and touches a ring somewhere in the world. Again, I just hope that we get a name and Swole as her moniker.
Fair. Yeah, we wish her all the luck in doing what she's got to do. And look, like, AEW is the place to be, and she probably had she's just like, I can't be here anymore right now. That's a hard decision.
It's a lot.
So, big ups to her. I think whatever she decides to do, she's gonna be great.
Yeah.
I don't mind the name Big Swole, but all right. Here's what we're gonna talk about right now. I got a DM from my friend Dan on Twitter, and
Hi,
he
Dan.
said to me, John, New Japan Pro Wrestling is about to have a press conference. And I said, okay. He said, also, Pro Wrestling Noah is about to have a press conference at the exact same time. I was sitting on the couch, and I clutched my pearls. I went, what? And I got up, went to my computer, had the Noah stream up, had the New Japan stream up, waiting for them to start. One started, I clicked to the other, same exact stream, lost my mind. So, Wrestle Kingdom 16, night 3, January 8th, 2022. New Japan Pro Wrestling versus Pro Wrestling Noah. Portions of the proceeds will go to the Japanese Red Cross. This is it, you have to buy it like live on pay-per-view. It's not on New Japan World. It's not on Wrestle Universe. Like, you have to buy it. This is big because it's New Japan's 50th anniversary in 2022. They had the press conference. They had Kato Kiyomiya was there, and Tanahashi was there. They faced off. Kiyomiya wearing the Noah green.
As I said,
we had a bunch of stuff, like we had promo videos of people talking about who they want to fight, all this other stuff. It's going to be absolutely insane. They haven't announced any other matches yet, but New Japan has said in their 50th year they want to go big, and this is the first thing they're doing. I believe I've also heard 3 nights, the third night being a super card, dream matches galore. I also read it's not just Noah that they want to do stuff with. They want to do stuff with DDT. They want to do stuff with Dragon Gate. They want to do stuff with All Japan Pro Wrestling. I don't know who else. I can't remember. Maybe Glee. Who knows? I don't know, guys. But I will say this is super exciting. I'm very excited for this. It revamps, it builds you up, and then you hear 2 days ago that Japan has to close their borders to all foreigners. So then it's like, oh, but this is exciting. I'm excited for this. It'll get a lot of eyes on Noah, and I can't remember who said it, but they were like, we're going to turn some New Japan fans into Noah fans. And I could definitely see that happening. And another thing that happened is they announced this, and I went, man, Go Shiozaki's not back yet. This is such a bummer. Well, guess who fucking came back 2 nights ago to get in Nakajima's face is my wrestler of the year for last year, Go Shiozaki. So he could be in one of these matches. It's very exciting. I highly suggest night 3, the battle for brand supremacy. Yes. Guys, check this out. If you can't check it out live, there it is, the battle. There he is in the background, Go Shiozaki wearing the Rey Mysterio mask. But yeah, I mean, check this out. It's going to be a lot of fun. I'm super excited. And I mean, I guess that leads us into, before we get to our topics, or not our topics, our hashtags, hashtags of the week, is we're doing something pretty cool on Saturday.
Some may say.
Speaking of New Japan Pro Wrestling, if you're in the LA area, you're coming to LA Comic Con. This is so wild. Can we just talk about how absolutely wild this is?
What a time.
Neeson and myself will be hosting a panel. Bring it back up. We're going to be hosting it with Clark Connors, Fred Rosser, who friend of the show. We've interviewed him. Go check out youtube.com/that#show TV. And the Switchblade King Switch himself, Jay White. This is absolutely insane. And then there's meet and greets throughout the weekend. We will be we're sharing a booth with New Japan Pro.
So at a time, guys, let's just say this. At a time that New Japan is having their 50th anniversary of New Japan Pro Wrestling. They have Wrestle Kingdom. They're doing the 3 nights Wrestle Kingdom. They got Noah versus New Japan on the 3rd night. They're going to have all these other brands be a part of it. You know, AEW is going to be a part of it. You know, Kenny Omega is going to be there. You know, Young Bucks is going to be there. You know, Rocky has already talked about the mending of the relationship that's going on there, and it was due to Kenny Omega. So therefore, all these things are happening. And what did we get blessed with? What do we get blessed with? We get blessed with, at the time of this announcement, we will be in the same vicinity. I'm talking about in the same 12 feet, COVID, in the same 12 feet as New Japan Pro wrestlers like Jay White. I'm talking the Switchblade. Jay White will be right there. Also, we'll be moderating a panel with Jay White, with Fred, with Clark. It's going to be an amazing time. So if you are in LA, come check it out. But hey, maybe you won't be in LA. Maybe you're I don't know, Arizona, or you're in, I don't know, Michigan, or you're in, I don't know, one of those secondary states. You can still follow us on ths.wrestling on Instagram. That's right. We'll be going live with all these panels. We'll be going live with all these wrestlers. And most importantly, I'm not closing the show. You can follow that #show.com for everything trending in geek pop culture and for everything Comic-Con LA. It's going to be a great time. It's going to be fun. But most importantly, it's going to be a lot of professional goddamn wrestling, guys.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Very excited. Very excited. I threw my hat somewhere over there. I don't know where it went.
Matthew, I'm going to tell you how I found out is because he is dating Samantha. And I am a Samantha supporter. And yeah, it's easy to find out. It's easy to find out just by looking at her page that they are definitely in the love under the tubby tub. Final battle for ROH, which, you know, some people just may not be there, is November 11th.
Nope, December 11th.
I thought it was December 11th. I was like, that seems a little early. Yes, night 3, the battle of brand supremacy. You made it rhyme, and I think that's you know, they need to go ahead and trademark that.
I agree.
If they can. But yeah, I guess before we get anything else, we need to ramble on about here.
No,
I know you got the dogs to take care of. This is a little quick. Knocked out.
he's just sitting there. He's just laying down.
That's
just looking at me. He's like, "What are you doing?"
Maybe that means we could get on a stream later. But hashtag of the week. This hashtag of the week is a time. Now we give each of us a time to, you know, say their hashtag, get support behind a movement you're trying to get on, that you want people to get on, that you want people to talk about, that you feel people aren't talking enough about. Would you want to go first, this Pingo, or I could go first? I have mine.
I think you should go first because I don't have one.
All right. My hashtag of the week, which Pingo, I'm sure, will be excited for because he just seen one of these men on Sunday while I was in Paris, frolicking along the Eiffel Towers and the Louvre for like 8 hours, and in the rain, and at Paris Disney's and all the Disney parks, and walking for miles and miles and miles. Pingo was in LA at PWG watching Lee Moriarty, all caps, and we're getting Lee Moriarty versus Punk. So my hashtag of this week is hashtag Punk versus Lee. It's a must-see television match. Now, granted, I'm all for stories and less for just watching matches, but if I'm going to watch just a match to watch a match, I'm going to watch hashtag Punk versus Lee. That's a match that I want to watch. That's a match that I want to see. And that's a match that everybody literally has never thought they wanted until they announced it, to be honest. As soon as they announced it, everybody's like, what? I can't wait until it happens. I'm really excited for it. And I just hope everybody tunes in so you can see what Lee Moriarty has done. I became a fan because of the man sitting to the right of me, telling me about him doing WrestleMania weekend, me seeing him sending me links about him, and now to know that he will be on my show that I host as well. And I'm able to text this man, is bugging me. And also just this man is an incredible talent and an amazing person. So I am all for him going against once used to be the best in the world, CM Punk. Hashtag Punk versus Lee. My hashtag of the week.
Listen, I'm deferring. That's the hashtag of the week. Punk versus Lee. Lee Moriarty is one of the best wrestlers in North America, if not the world. He is on I'd say Zack Sabre Jr. levels of greatness. Dare I say Daniel Bryan levels of greatness. This dude, and he's got a personality, which is great. I remember the first time I saw him, because I had heard, like, I think some of the people like in like the Atlanta area were talking about him, and I love the name. I think Lee Moriarty is just a great name. And then when you see the whole gimmick, his theme song is fire. Him as a wrestler is just the best. And I like, when you sent me that this morning, I went, he's wow. Like, not a lot of guys get that. You're going to be facing CM Punk on our main show, one-on-one. That's huge. That's next level stuff. So I'm super excited for Lee. I'm super excited for him to face CM Punk, because I feel like Punk will give him the time of day to showcase himself. And yeah, man. I mean, Punk versus Lee, that's the hashtag for sure. And I think that's pretty much it.
That's pretty much it, man. Can't wait to see you this weekend as we do these moderations, and we're at Comic-Con. I got a couple costumes that I plan to wear.
I gotta figure out what I'm wearing, man.
Well, we also have a THS shirt.
We have the shirt, which is great.
Man, I can't wait. Also got my tickets for No Way Home. What a time to be alive.
I have not.
Yep. I will be there opening night in all my glander. What else, guys? What else? Oh, if anybody knows how I could get to King Woods, please. I'm putting this out there. This is not a.
There has to be a way.
If anybody knows how I could get to King Woods, I will really, 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 really want him to be on my show.
I feel like we have the connection.
I hope so. I'm putting this out there. If anybody's watching this, please forward him my way, or link up through Instagram at StayFlyLife. We could talk there, but I know now it's easier to get him because it'll be through G4. And if we do it through, like, we're trying to promote G4, we could easily get that. So please, that is my secondary golden goose that I'm trying to get. The first is The Rock. So
I feel like we have that connection. Are you not making the connection of the connection we have? Nope. He's a man that holds a microphone sometimes on Mondays.
Oh, well, I'm not. I don't. Yeah, it's tough. That's tough.
Fair enough.
That's tough. It's tough. We're not like tight.
All right. Anyway.
Yeah.
Guys, this was a lot of fun. I have to pay attention to these dogs and also eat dinner. This is a good time. Man, Punk versus Lee Moriarty. Holy moly. All right, guys.
What a time to be alive.
What a time to be alive. There's where you can find us. Oh, by the way, twitch.tv/JP Thrice, guys. I'm one check mark away from affiliate. I need an average of 3 viewers, and I'm at 1.5 right now. So go give me a follow over there. I've been playing the show. I've been playing Vanguard. I've been playing Halo, even though I don't know if I'm a big fan of it.
I'm not.
But yeah. Come on by.
Yeah, that actually, I need to check that. Yes. Follow me on Twitch as well. StayFlyLife, please. I need to get back. I haven't played since I've been back. But
I mean, I feel like you haven't been back that long.
Yeah, I haven't, but I feel like I have. I've been doing 1,000 things. It feels like since I've been back. But yes, follow us on Twitch. Follow us on Twitter right here. both YRF Squad on Twitter, JP Thrice on Twitter. Follow us on Instagram, Stay Fly Life, JP Thrice, THS.wrestling, and Pingle, most importantly.
Oh, and most importantly, you guys,
Carmella.
that #show.com for everything trending in geek pop culture. And we'll see you guys next week. Oh, he's just gone. We're still live and he's just gone, guys. That seems weird.